the next phase, and I'm delighted to invite him to the platform to share his thoughts and his vision. Thank you very much, and I hope you're going to find the evening enjoyable.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, I want to ask a simple question to all of you. How many of you have registered as a voter? Wow, wonderful. Thank you very much. You know what they say? Bad leaders are elected by good citizens who don't vote. I repeat again. Bad leaders are elected by good citizens who do not vote. At least you have registered and you are going to vote, so you are not in that category. I know we have got a very short period of time. I've been asked to talk about the preparing for Kenya for March 2013, the role of Iebc. Iebc has been in the news both for bad news, for good news, BVR, and many other things. But I think our main role as a commission, Article 88 of the Constitution, establishes. I have a PowerPoint presentation, and session chair, because of the limitation of time, I will not go through it slide by slide. I'll just go through it over it, because I think we all know what we are going to do, what we want to do, where we have come from, and where we are going. And I'll just give you highlights of what we are doing as a commission to prepare the country for the general election. And then I'll sit down and then allow us to have a very quick discussion before we go home in the evening. So, of course, IEBC has succeeded is a successor body of IIEC. It's established by Article 88 of the Constitution of Kenya. It's a very long article. It's not reproduced here, but you will find in that article all the functions and mandate of the Commission, whether it is voter registration, voter education, issue of party list. That is a very big, but I will not go through that. One of them is, of course, voter education and voter registration. We are already doing that as a commission. We are preparing the country. But one of the biggest challenges for having a credible election is to have a credible voters register. If you recall, during the Justice Kirigla, when he came to inquire into our election activities, by the way, we had a visit from him today. We also hosted him today in the commission. He's in town, so we spent about 5 hours with him in the boardroom, just talking to him about what we have achieved so far. So according to the Kirigla report, you know, he mentioned that the register was not very good, the one of 2007. It had several flaws. There were also potentially 1.2 million dead voters who were assumed to have voted. And so he had recommended that we actually improve how we capture data and make sure that we have a credible voter register. Because a credible voter register enables only those who are eligible to vote, and to vote only once. And secondly, it will not allow for people who are dead to come back and vote from their graves. And so we have introduced technology in the way we conduct our voter registration. The Commission has for now, completed all its human resource requirements. We have employed all the staff we need. We have a staff establishment of 893, 200 staff in the headquarters, and 693 in the field offices. We have got an office in every constituency in Kenya. So the Commission's presence is felt everywhere. We have a coordinator in every constituency who is a full-time employee of the Commission. He's in charge of voter education. He's in charge of voter registration during voter registration. And during elections, he's a returning officer. Unlike during ECK, when these staff were temporary staff, the returning officer is a very powerful and important job in the elections world. A returning officer is the person who declares the winner of the elections. And once in the Commonwealth and common law jurisdiction, once the returning officer declares you as the winner, it's only through a petition that you can challenge that ruling. And so these returning officers of ECK used to be casual on temporary terms. They used to employ them on 3 months contract. Maybe they are educationists, maybe they are working in another place, maybe they are lawyers, and they will just do that job for 3 months. After the exercise, they declare the results, they go back to the job. But now we have got full-time employees of the Commission who take personal responsibility for the conduct of the elections. And to make matters worse, if any officer of the Commission, whether as a returning officer or as a presiding officer, is guilty of aiding and abetting in fraud during elections, whether it is stealing votes, whether it is ballot stuffing, whether it is helping a candidate unfairly gain advantage, he becomes personally liable criminally for an offense under the Elections Act, and he can go to jail for up to a maximum of 3 years. So you actually carry personal criminal liability for your conduct. You can't get away with it. Or a fine of 1 million shillings. The Commission has already finished one of its most urgent and controversial mandates, which was the limitation of boundaries of the constituencies and the wards. It was one of the most difficult jobs we did when we came to office in November last year. We had to do this job within 4 months, 120 days. And you can imagine how boundaries are very emotive. People have got a lot of passions. After we published our first report, 175 people went to court. Not just people, but communities went to court and clans. Some of them supported by politicians or MPs. And of course, the High Court ruled largely 80% in favor of the Commission. And so the report was upheld. So basically, the Commission was actually vindicated. And that report is now fully, is a final. We are now going to conduct elections based on this report of the Commission. So that is the new boundaries. And very soon, if you go to the website of the Commission, you will know where Emuhaya is, you will know where Dujis is, where Starehe is, where Roysambu is, and you'll actually find the maps of every constituency, every ward, everywhere you want to know. So if you want to know where you're going to vote, just go to the website of the Commission and look for your constituency. And you'll find the areas which cover your constituency. The legal framework, and so for the boundaries issue, we are very good. We can only review the boundaries of the constituencies after every 8 to 12 years. But for the electoral wards, the county assembly wards, we can do it even after the elections, depending on the circumstances. We have, of course, conducting also voter education. We have a new electoral system in the country. For the last 40 years in Kenya, we have voted for 3 ballot papers. We have voted for the president, for member of parliament,